This is the Louie T Network.
Welcome all my fellow Redskin brethren and sistren. I am your man and resident Redskins fan, Luke. Thank you for joining me here on the Redskins Rapid React Quickly on the R3. Wow, that one stung, man. But I said earlier in the season, no one can beat us but us. I feel that way, especially on the offensive side of football. Nobody can stop us. I shouldn't say no one can beat us but us. No one can stop our offense but us. We had a ton of injuries today. It hurt us at the end of the game. I still thought Joe B should have went with man-to-man at the end of the game. I thought that second down play was perfect. Come after Stafford because you know he wants to make a mistake. Help him make a mistake. Come after him. He will give you an opportunity to make a play on the football. And we went soft again. It didn't work last week. It hasn't worked for us all season long. Going soft, dropping 8. Matt Stafford is not a rookie quarterback. Matthew Stafford is a veteran that will pick zone coverage apart, and we drop 8, rush 3. That's not phasing anybody, and so that's disappointing to lose. If I'm gonna lose, I want to lose squeezing that trigger, man, till it go click, 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 click. And we left bullets in the gun, and I'm just not a fan of that. At the end of the game on the line, I'd rather err on the side of aggression than err on the side of caution. We went cautious, we went really soft. And Matthew Stafford picked us apart at the end of the game. Big ups to him and the Lions for getting it done. I just hate playing in Detroit, man. It's a terrible stadium to play. It's a terrible watch. I told you that it's a house of horrors for us. It reminds me of the St. Louis Rams when they were in St. Louis playing at the Edwards Jones Dome. It's just a bad watch. It's just a bad feel. It can put you to sleep watching that stadium. I hate playing in Detroit. And this is what happens when we go there. We were sleepwalking through this game. We went up and down the field on these boys because their defense is trash. And we knew that. Went up and down. Every possession, we had multiple first downs on the possession. But mistakes killed us all. And that's what happens when you go to Detroit. That's what happens when you go to a place where it's just tough to play, man. And not because of the Lions or the crowd. It's just a bad place to play. And it has been for us. 3 fumbles, 2 of them lost. A number of big-time penalties that hurt us in this game. We were able to overcome some of them late in the game, but early in the game, they killed us. A couple of false starts on the drive where every drive was a good drive. Until we self-destructed. The Lions did nothing in this game to deter us offensively. We stopped ourselves. They're not good, and we gave them this game. More games in this league are lost than they're won, and we lost this game. They didn't win this game. We lost this game. We gave them this game, and that's what's frustrating. If they just come out and beat us, you tip your cap and say, on to next week, on to London, on to Cincinnati. You got to play the Bengals. Let's try to get this one before the bye. But we gave this game away. And that's what's frustrating. That's what stings. That's what you're going to remember about this game when it's all said and done. I'm not worried about this working as a tiebreaker against us. They're not going to be where we're going to be at the end of the season. I'm not worried about these boys. They're going to fall off. Okay? Their defense isn't good enough to sustain for the remainder of the season. But what I know for a fact is that we gave this game away, and now we got a lot of injuries. Forget about the Lions now. Put that game out of your memory bank. It's going to sting for a little while. We got to move on, okay? Let's not let this turn into 2 losses right before the bye, and instead of going into the bye feeling good, now all of a sudden you go into the bye at 4-4 with 2 straight losses. Let's not do that. We got to move on. I'm ready to move this one out of the memory bank and on to the next one because, like I said, we gave this game away. I don't want to sit and dwell on the game that we gave away. If there were things that you could look back and say, all right, we just got beat. Why did we get beat? Let's go back and look. I know what happened. I know why we lost this game. We gave this game away. So I don't even need to really over-examine this. I know what's good. So I'm ready to move on to the next game. And what's scary is that we got a ton of injuries going into next week, man. A ton of injuries. You got Josh Norman with a concussion. Who knows what's going on there. We still don't know about Jay Reed and his status. Trent Williams left the game on the second to last play of the game. That's frustrating because you hate to see something like that happen at the end of the game. He could barely put any weight on whatever was going on with him. So that's scary. We got a ton of injuries going into next week, and I don't know how we're going to be able to overcome those if guys can't play next week because Cincinnati, although they're not a very good team, much like this Lions team, look, they can beat us if we don't come with our A game. So we got a ton of injuries. That worries me. That really, really worries me. And one last thing, I thought Kirk played an outstanding game. I stopped taking notes midway through the fourth because I was like, man, this is so garbage. I knew we were going to lose the game. When the ball hit off of Bashad Breeland's shoulder pad in the first quarter, I said, wow, that's not good. Me and my dad used to always say that. When gratuitous bounces happen like that and the other team gets it, generally that means you're going to lose the game. But the one that was the icing on the cake for me, the capper that let me know we're going to lose, when our kicker, who is so clutch that doesn't miss D-Hop, bangs it off the top of the post. How often does that happen? I mean, come on, seriously. At the top, the tippy top of the field goal post, it bangs it and bounces off. I said, yeah, we probably going to lose this game. So they got all the bounces. We stripped Stafford. The ball bounces right to him. 2 Redskins right there ready to recover. And it bounces right. We just didn't get any bounces today. And we made too many mistakes to win on the road. Lions get it done, man. 20-17. That's a tough one to stomach, but we got to move on. I thought Kirk had an opportunity, though. At the end of the game, 16 seconds left. Pierre Garçon open over the middle field. I told you this Lions defense is trash. All wide open. Right there. If Kirk hits that timeout at midfield with 10 seconds left, all you need now is 10 yards and we in D-Hop field goal range with a timeout left. Kirk got to hit that one. For as good as he played in this game, he missed the opportunity at the very end to really make a statement, a profound statement, send this game to overtime and give us a chance to beat a team that we were better than, and we allowed them to beat us. So it's frustrating, but we got to move on. I am a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. Redskins spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to our beloved Redskins, man. I haven't been dressed in all black like the Omen in quite some time, and or I got a little blue on today. I just threw some stuff on. I was pissed off that we lost, but in any event, we got to move on. The worst thing that could happen here is that we take this loss and we spin it and turn it into another one over in London and go 4-4. The 4-2 start was too good to piss away by going 4-4 at the bye, because it doesn't get any easier from here on out. It's only gonna get tougher. You know, that's why you gotta win games like this against teams you're supposed to beat. And we let one slip away, so now you gotta pay. And so we gotta turn it up, and we gotta be better next week. And if we're not, our season could really be in some jeopardy because it gets really tough after the bye as well. So next week is big. Forget about all the games after the bye. I always tell you one game at a time. We got to take it one game at a time. Move on from this one. We got to take care of the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll see you guys a little bit later on, man. That was a tough one to stomach. There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie T, be sure to follow me on Twitter at @InTheLabRoom, or you can like the Facebook page at In the Lab Room. That's In the Lab Room on Facebook and at In the Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so.